Scene 1. Every generation inherits freedom, but every generation must decide whether it will keep it. The American founding was not supposed to be a one-time revolution. It was a promise that each generation would inherit the responsibility of preserving liberty. Scene 2. We have it in our power to begin the world over again. Thomas Paine believed Americans had an extraordinary opportunity to create a new political order based on self-government rather than inherited authority. Scene 3. A republic is not self-preserving. The founders understood that government could expand, institutions could become corrupted, and liberty could gradually be surrendered without a single dramatic moment of collapse. Scene 4. The dead cannot govern the living. The central question is whether one generation has the right to permanently bind future generations, or whether every generation must have the ability to reform the government it inherits. Scene 5. Revolution created a system for peaceful change. The American experiment transformed revolutionary ideas into institutions designed to allow political change through elections, legislation, courts, amendments, speech, and civic participation. Scene 6. Has government grown beyond the limits the founders imagined? The ethics reporter argument asks whether modern government has accumulated powers that would have alarmed the founding generation, from taxation and monetary policy to surveillance, executive power, and perpetual military commitments. Scene 7. But history is more complicated than nostalgia. America's history also includes slavery, exclusion, discrimination, and denied rights. Later generations fought to expand the promise of liberty to people who were excluded from it at the founding. Scene 8. Every generation has expanded, or defended, the meaning of freedom, from abolition and women's suffrage to civil rights and constitutional reform. Americans have repeatedly used peaceful political movements to redefine who fully participates in the promise of liberty. Scene 9. 250 years later. What is our revolution? The question for 2026 is not whether Americans should recreate the 18th century. It is whether this generation will accept the responsibility of improving the republic it inherited. Scene 10. What will our generation leave behind? The rights of the living are not simply inherited. They must be understood, defended, expanded, and passed forward. End screen. Ethics Reporter Online. The American experiment belongs to every generation. Know your rights, know your history, know your government.